Hey guys, it's Supercaf. Today I'm going to be talking about the Galaxy S24 Ultra. This phone may seem like it's not a major upgrade compared to last year's model, which is the S23 Ultra. And it definitely isn't, but still, an improvement. And here's why it's actually better than you might think. So let's talk about the design. On the left we have the S23 Ultra. On the right we have the S24 Ultra. Design wise it's the same design we've seen on the S23 Ultra, which was the same design from the S22 Ultra, and the new one is just a refinement of that same design from the S23 Ultra. A bit like with the iPhone side of things. The designs don't really change much. Look at the camera setup on both phones. It's the same quad camera setup on both the S23 Ultra and the S24 Ultra. The same premium frosted glass back. We've got the same S Pen hidden inside on the same side of the phone, which is on the left hand side on both phones. But let's talk about what has changed on the S24 Ultra. On the left hand side we've got the S23 Ultra, which has got aluminium frame. On the right hand side we've now got a titanium frame, making the phone more durable, a bit lighter at 232 grams, and just feels more premium in the hand. However, the weight difference is not really noticeable. The S24 Ultra is also a satin finish, which I really like, as they won't collect as much fingerprints or scratches than the aluminium on the S23 series. The colours available on the S24 series this year, we've got 4 colours: titanium black, titanium grey, titanium violet and titanium yellow. This one that I've got, the titanium grey, is the launch colour. You've probably seen it on the adverts, and to be honest, I personally think it's the best one out of all of them. Instead of having a fancy colour, some of them which are exclusive to Samsung.com, such as titanium orange, titanium blue and titanium green. Also, the design of the speaker at the bottom of the phone has been changed. These fins are no longer there. The screen is now flat on the S24 Ultra, so when using the S Pen, the pen should not glide off the edges, so you've got more of a screen that you can use, and also when applying screen protectors, it should be a lot easier. Moving to the front of the S24 Ultra, and there are some pretty noticeable changes. It's a 6.8 inch LTPO 1440p screen with 501 ppi. So lots of words there. The screen is protected by Corning Gorilla Armor, and not only does it promise to be 4 times more scratch resistant versus the competition, but also decreases screen glare by 75%. Now, it's not the brightest of days today. However, you can still see the phone and you can use it as normal, but apparently due to its 2600 nits capability, the brightest of days should not be a problem. So taking it on holiday on those nice sunny days on the beach, you should be able to use your S24 Ultra as normal. But to be honest, when I was using my S23 Ultra, I never had any problems with that, so this one should be even better. The display is still nice and fluid thanks to the 120Hz refresh rate, which was the same on the S23 Ultra. And you can also go all the way down to 1 Hz to save battery. The display is set on full HD, but if you go onto settings, you can change this to Quad HD, but apparently it consumes slightly more battery. But to be honest, it's not really a noticeable difference. So full HD is perfectly fine with me. Just a side note guys, the screen has a lot more glare because I have got a screen protector on. I'm waiting for the Samsung anti-reflective screen protectors. Now let's talk about what's changed with the cameras. Okay, so a few camera changes on the S24 Ultra compared to the S23 Ultra. So the optical zoom has now changed to 5 times. However, this is 50 megapixel compared to the S23 Ultra's 10 times optical zoom, which was only 10 megapixel. So as you can see, the photos will retain a lot more detail. So let's take a picture of this tree and let's see what it looks like. The 50 megapixel still allows you to crop in a little further and retains a lot more detail. Let's see how good the zoom is. Let's check out the zoom. Almost 100 times zoom, but obviously you lose a lot of detail at this point. Yeah, to be honest, those 100 times zoom photos are not usable, but they can come in handy in certain scenarios. But let's see if we take a picture and see if the picture looks better once it's actually taken. Yeah, so some retouching does happen, as you can see when the screen changed a little bit there. But let's check out the video now. Okay guys, we're going to check out the video stabilization on the S24 Ultra. So we're in a park now, so I'm going to do a few little tests, see how stable it is. It's only on a selfie stick right now, so no gimbal is used here to help the stabilization. We're just going to see how good the phone is on its own. And I'll also be talking whilst recording on the S24 Ultra, just to see how good the quality of the mic is now. Okay guys, just a walking test on the S24 Ultra. See how stable it is. And this should give us an idea what the sound quality is like once we've recorded it as well. Now just a little jog. And just a fast run. Now let's do a quick test on this RC car. Let's go ahead and take some photos just to give you an idea what the photo quality is like. Let's take a photo of this bin, which looks like someone set alight recently. A wide angle shot. Five times optical zoom. Around there. And let's go back on this setting over here. Let's see if we can get something further away in the distance. Let's try to take a picture of that building over there. 10 times. Back on one again. Let's take some close-ups. See how much detail is retained. Let's try to get a shot of those houses in the distance. 10 times zoom. Still looks really impressive, to be honest. Hands down guys, this has got the best camera on a phone you can get as of today. And I know iPhone's going to come and do something in time for September, but I think this phone is good enough for the next few years at least, especially with the 7 years of software updates. So let's try to get a picture of that building again. 5x optical zoom. Now let's try the 4K 120 slow-mo. The battery life on the S24 Ultra has improved. Even whilst using all the power-hungry features, I can still get more than a full day's usage. Samsung's biggest selling point this year has all been about the Galaxy AI features. Now, the marketing campaign leading up to the launch of the S24 series has mentioned mainly things like AI is coming. So it kind of hinted out the phone itself won't have any substantial new features. So if you are buying the S24 Ultra, part of the reason to upgrade needs to be if you're interested in using any of these AI features. So let's see if they are useful and if you would really actually use them. Here are the main AI features. Let's go through them one by one. So first of all, something that is being advertised is the live translation. Now, there are only 13 languages at the moment, but Samsung does state on its website more could be added through software updates in the future. Now, the second biggest AI feature on the S24s is circle to search. So all you do is keep hold of the home button and you can circle any part of the screen that you're on, and this will go and find the image that you're looking for. Comes in use, for example, if you're looking for certain type of clothing that someone might be wearing, and if you want to find the exact one, it is pretty accurate, to be honest. For example, even on pictures, if you can't find that particular picture you might be looking for, obviously you can screenshot it, of course, but sometimes you might want to find the higher resolution version on the internet. So here, for example, we've got Super AJ's profile picture, which is of Anthony and Ronaldo. And say, for example, you want to find a high resolution version of this image, all you do is circle it, and there we go. The first image is the same one that we've just searched for right at the top over here, but there's loads of different variations of that particular image, so it is very accurate. Another AI feature is that the Samsung's web browser can summarize web pages. For example, here we are on the Samsung website looking at the S24 Ultra. Here is just summarized the entire web page. And same goes for the Notes app. This feature of summarizing a large chunk of text is available. Obviously, do remember there might be some inaccuracies here and there, as it is all AI generated. You can also generate wallpapers by changing 3 key terms as seen here. And this will create a wallpaper based on them. We have also got some AI features with the photo editing application, which is built into the phone. So if you click on these stars again, say for example, if we highlight these wheels and then we delete them, generate something to fill them in, it should replace them with something. Let's see if it's clever enough to replace them with some other set of wheels. Oh yep, he has done that, so let's have a look at it now. It's not too bad, to be honest. But yeah, it can do that. I did it previously and it put different set of wheels on, so every time is something different. Another feature we have is the instant slow motion. So say for example this video is playing, all you do is tap it and it gives an instant slow motion of that video. The Galaxy S24 Ultra has seen a boost in power. Inside is the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, optimized for Galaxy, which is essentially just an overclocked version of the normal Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. We also have 12GB of RAM across every device. Globally, this is the only version that is shipping with just Snapdragon, unlike the S24 and S24 Plus, which have the Exynos 2400 outside the US, China and South Korea. But this S24 Ultra can handle anything, and the 12GB RAM makes multitasking fluid and seamless. But where you'll find the difference is gaming. The S24 Ultra has 30% better graphics, performance and a bigger vapor chamber. It allows the phone to dissipate heat more effectively, also better ray tracing to improve reflections for whatever game that supports it. Out of the box, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is running One UI 6.1 based on the Android 14. And this brings some new changes to the software that only the S24 line will have for now. Right away on the always on display, you can see your wallpaper and widgets. So as you can see, the screen is dim. That is the always on display, just like this over here. And the wallpaper is showing in the background as well. The animations are actually much smoother on One UI 6.1. Like going in and out of apps feels much more fluid and seamless. There are 3 new battery protection options to stop the battery degrading all that much. So these settings can be changed from here. The nearby share and quick share are available across all Android devices now. So sharing files is much easier. And something, if you really like to keep your devices for a long time, the S24 lineup has 7 years of software updates. So, is the S24 Ultra worth buying? Is it enough to upgrade from an S23 Ultra? Well, to be honest, the pre-order deals that Samsung had were really tempting. So, that's why I did it. Although I've not traded in my S23 Ultra, I traded in an old S22. And getting a free Watch 6 and also discount on the app, it doesn't work out as you're paying much for the phone. So that was quite tempting for myself. If you are thinking of upgrading from an S23 Ultra, it doesn't feel like it's a completely brand new phone. It's just like a polished up S23 Ultra. Especially if you're not going to be using the AI features, you won't really notice a difference with the S24 Ultra. There are a few small changes like a better microphone when you're recording video, which are noticeable. And also 4K 120Hz slow-mo, which is useful in certain situations. But overall guys, hopefully this gave you a better idea of whether you should upgrade or not. Please subscribe, share and like, and I'll see you again next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.